So, what is my why? Well, it all started many, many years ago, and it was all about freedom. And as you saw from my last post, I have defined freedom for myself, and I've created freedom in my life, freedom of time, money, and location. And that was quite the process. I wrote the book Unbox Yourself, and it goes through my journey of freedom. And I would recommend you read that book if you are still looking for purpose, passion, and your definition of freedom. Then, not too many years ago, maybe 2 years ago, so it all changed, and it went from freedom, which I now have to a certain extent, to health. I noticed a trend, with this whole pandemic situation. Something changed, and I noticed people were getting sicker, and I didn't want to become sick. I didn't want to become one of the fading souls, one of the people that continuously gets more and more ill, ends up in the hospital, and life kind of ends. So 2 years ago, I smelled a rat, and I didn't really feel very comfortable with how the situation was handled. And for that reason, I spent most of my energies on developing methods and philosophies on how to stay healthy without, you know, jumping on the boat, if you know what I mean. So, never been healthier in my life now, 2 years later, a little over almost 2.5 years later. But it was a struggle because the the norm and the push was tremendous in this pandemic, and forced me to focus on health. So I had the freedom, and I had good health, and I wanted to keep good health. And so I focused really hard on health. And I developed protocols for myself, my family, and I shared those with people who I know on a more personal basis due to the nature of the conversation around this thing. And we're all doing great. And that is the freedom of health, which is coincidentally more important than any other freedom you could have, because if you don't have your health, what kind of freedom do you really have? So that's been my focus of the last 2+ years, and I've noticed a very scary trend in my practice as a dentist, as many of my colleagues probably have as well. The inflammation and mouth issues have increased dramatically. So has illness. So has cancer and other things, and I can see it in the mouth, and it is super sad and very, very scary. So what I do is I focus on ways to prevent this from happening to people who are looking for answers that don't involve jumping blindly into situations, if you know what I mean. So that works well for us. Then, as of this last year, 2022, this freedom situation and this health situation took on another level for me. I'm not sure if many of you know, but I am 49 years old. I'll be 50 this year. And I was one of the younger dads. My oldest is 19 now. She'll be 20 this year. And love being fully involved dad. Always have been, always will be. That is my priority. And then I found out we are going to be blessed with another one. I'm going to be a new dad again in April. So at 49, and my beautiful wife is 45, we are in an excellent health. Never had any issues. This was a beautiful gift surprise for us, and everything is going fantastic. We obviously dance into our own tune. We do things the holistic way. We are not going to follow the traditional route of birth and all that good stuff. So if that interests you, you may want to follow this account, as I will share my process and our philosophies and our ways of handling the situation, and developing the best possible human and soul that we can. So everything is going fantastic right now, but this means, of course, that my health becomes that much more important. I need to support this new life for 18 more years, And I want to be as involved as I was for the last 19 years. And that involves staying healthy. So this is why I'm a detox dentist, as you probably figured out. And I focus really hard on staying healthy and detoxing from all the toxins that we are exposed to in many different forms. And so far, it's going really well. In my next few months, I will share my belief systems on detoxing and staying healthy, thriving in this world, getting back to nature, because to me that is part of freedom, and our process. So if you're interested in figuring out how I and my family manages this situation, follow this account, follow me, and I will offer some opportunities to use the same detox protocols that I use for myself and for my family, my friends, as well as the holistic approach towards pregnancy and birth, and therefore that we believe in and that we are going to share with some of you if you are interested. Anyhow, that is my why: freedom of time, money, and location, and freedom of health. And if you don't have health, none of the other stuff matters. And to me right now, health is where we need to be focusing. So I'm going to help you detox from what's going on and learn how to live the best life you possibly can. Thanks for listening.